Whoo, this is 50. Live in full effect. The Heineken is here.
You
Sitting
heard.
towards my left.
Rolly
Rolly?
the artist.
With the Y at the end.
Yeah, Rolly the artist.
How did you acquire that name? Because you know, when we think of Rolly, you know, wrist, flick it.
Yeah, so
You know, my man Smith always got the Rolly. You be like,
yeah, I told him I was gonna have to get him a new one. But nah, I got that name. My original name is Rolando, so
Understood.
I don't even know how. Just growing up, everybody in my family just started calling me Rolly. You know what I'm saying?
think
So I'm
of-
Spanish, so everybody in the Spanish household always give you a nickname.
So you're a rapper, but with a name like Rolando, I would have thought either a boxer, baseball player, or soccer
that's
player.
Funny,
man.
that's funny. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I did play sports though, but not. Yeah, so I got that name and it just stuck. I wouldn't even call myself by my real name. Like it was just so serious. And
There's a lot of people like that in
Yeah,
families. They never get called by
so I
their
started
real name.
introducing myself as Rolly, and then it just stuck. Like
stuck.
anybody who knew me, even my friends would introduce me as Rolly. Like, and
Where you
it was
from,
just-
Bossman?
I'm from Patterson, New Jersey.
Patterson, New
973. Feel me?
What is it like over there? Because there's parts of New Jersey you're clearly not in Disneyland.
Yeah, nah, it's not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? But it's a struggle. Yeah, it's a lot of hate. It's a lot of violence. It's a lot of poverty. It's crazy. I mean, it's like any other hood that you would go to. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, like everybody say like it's crazy, it's dangerous, but that's like any other hood you go to. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta learn how to live through that environment and how to make your way through it. Yeah, it's a lot of violence. You can see the busties at night, in the morning, all times of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like it is rough though. It is rough. People be robbing you, breaking into your car for no reason.
That sounds about
You know,
right.
it's endless. But
So Rolly from Patterson, how do
Yeah.
we get to here as an artist, as an entrepreneur, contributor
right.
to your creativity?
Right. So I've been writing since like, I would say since I got to like 8th grade, 7th grade. Before then, I was into hip hop like, because my moms would leave me at home in the summer. We didn't have enough money to hire like a babysitter or anything like that. I was young, you know. I was just watching MTV music videos all day. So I was just like, that's what I was in love with. I started writing. I got involved with the streets, not having money, this and that.
Yeah.
I got addicted to drugs, this and that.
Really?
Pills,
Like-
you name it, you know what I'm saying? Pills,
How does
drinking.
one get into the space?
To be honest, it's trying to find an escape from the pain you're already feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you take a painkiller, you just feel numb. You know, nothing bothers you. You know, whether it's mentally, physically, nothing bothers you.
Yeah, because I had broken my arm, so I
Right,
know
right.
the subtlety of the pills.
Right.
So, 4 hours later, the first
Yeah.
when you're not used to it,
Exactly.
then
4
after a
hours,
while,
yeah,
you know
it's
the
like,
4
whoa,
hours.
Yeah, it's like whoa, but and then you kind of just become dependent on that instead of actually trying to find a source to fix what's going on in your life, and then you just become more dependent, and then your tolerance is going up. Now you're taking 3 or 4 at a time.
So what was that initial thing that allowed you to, find another escape? Was it, music? Going
Yeah,
to the
you know
studio?
what? Not for nothing. To be honest, the first break, to keep it G, I ain't speak about this. I don't speak about it much. But my first break was the last time I had gotten arrested. I was messed up. I was driving, and I ended up hitting a car. I got arrested. I kept driving though. I hit the car. My tire popped. My tire popped. Right, so it's crazy. My tire popped. I kept driving. Dude, man, got in his car, drove onto the highway, found me. I don't even know how, because I was driving down the highway. He found me, pulled up in front of me, and he called the cops. Because I was so messed up, I was just like, bro, just do what you want to do. Like, I don't even care. Like, so at that point, I had to go to court next morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. I was in the sheriff's office, till 6 in the morning. I think it was like 2 in the morning that they had me till 6 in the morning. Mom Dukes came pick me up. She had to take me to court. I couldn't even walk. You know what I'm saying? So next day, I actually sobered up. She was just crying at me, like, she's like, you're not my son, and this and that. And I'm like, yo, I gotta find myself. And it was just like the only things that was coming back to me was like, I need to write. Those are the only thoughts in my head that I felt happy, listening to music, watching MTV music videos, writing music. And that's when I was like, all right. And then not only my girl, my friends, everybody in my family told me, look, listen, this is what you love. This is your talent. Stop trying to please everybody else and actually put your foot down and do it.
It's funny because an interview came out, they were asking Shaq about DJing, and he said the only 2 things that gave him the adrenaline rush was sports and music.
Yeah, that's exactly.
So, you saying that the parallel is so interesting.
It's the same with me because I mean I played sports, you know, growing up the whole time, and I was just, to me, that was my only way to enjoy my time was sports and music.
All right, so how do we get to now your music's hitting,
Right.
people are absorbing it, Rolly the artist, projects, because you know, sometimes you get in the booth, you think you're doing something until you're like, I wasn't doing shit.
It's a lot more difficult. But to be honest, getting here from where I started, it was me like wanting to be somewhere. It's not just that I want to make a check. It's not just that I want to make a track that bangs. It's not just that I want to, you know, like just be popping. So what I did was I started looking at what all the other artists was doing, what they wasn't doing. I started looking at, you know, what could I do to get to where they at, but like right now, because I don't have the time. Like to myself, I might be young, I'm only 26, but to myself, I'm giving myself a date, you know, like a goal, like a deadline. So I got to get there before, you know, that's my time. So I'm looking at all these artists and I'm like, all right, I gotta find a way to maneuver this, or how do I engage fans that he's not engaging, or how he's engaging them. How can I take what he's doing and make it mine? Shit like that.
What have you seen that you felt like was a great, you know, result for you?
I'm gonna be honest. My best results always ends up when I perform.
Which is tough for a lot of artists.
Yeah, and I take my performances seriously. You know, like I tell Smith, I practice for my performance. I practice, you know, like making sure my vocals are straight, making sure I could breathe, making sure I'm not running out of breath before, you know, the verse goes out. You know, moving around, eye contact, engaging crowds, like the whole nine. Like I really study the whole thing, trying to, you know, cover the whole game. Like I want to cover every dynamic of music, not just, you know, not just trying to just get up there and rap. Like to me, that's not just, it's so much more than that. You know what I'm saying? That's just, to me, one piece of the puzzle.
You say you were studying artists to learn how to crack through certain barriers. What are some artists you felt are doing it the right way that you're like, I had to take a piece of what this person's doing, what she's doing? All
right.
Because we all
right
draw from other people.
Right.
Like, so, you know, sometimes people are like, nah, I didn't look at
no, 100%. Yeah, and I've done that. So, I mean, my range goes through like anywhere from
it don't gotta be hip hop.
Right. No, but I mean like I'm talking about like age-wise. So it ranges from older artists to newer artists. So for example, I tell everybody, I take Drake's consistency as like one of my biggest.
I don't think the word consistency is accurate for it. That's different.
But that's what I mean. Exactly. But that's something that I work for. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to. That's exactly how I want to be. Exactly how you just said. That's a way better word to say. It's a factory. You know, like it's coming out on a weekly. Like he's selling cereal boxes. It's just. So then I look at like I said, my performances. Fetty Wap was huge on performance, especially in Patterson. Like he was always doing performances, or you know, not only just to perform, but performances to give back to the community. Like he would do free performances. Like for Thanksgiving, he had done something where he was giving out.
These are a lot of things people don't know.
Exactly.
So I'm glad
you know what I'm saying?
you're able to say that.
So that's another thing, like how he was always performing, but his performances was crazy. He was focused. He was onto his music. It wasn't just that he got on stage and he was just right here by himself, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with none of that, but to me, that was interesting to watch. So I was like, damn, if I could work with something like that or take that and make it my own, then people gonna look at me and be like, yo, that's interesting right there. You know, things like that. That's a few of them. I ain't trying to give all of them away.
No. I respect that.
Yeah.
Projects, music. What was the first song or first project that landed to where you're like, I like where I'm going with my career, and people are noticing?
To be honest, it was the first song I dropped. It was Hate Me. It was literally my first single. Yes. But it was because I put a method to everything I do. So it wasn't that I was just gonna record a song, drop a song, and then that was it. So to me, it had to be a method. Like I had to go find an Instagram. I had to have pictures of me. I had to make my business account. Then I had to let people know who I was first. I had to talk to people. I wanted people to spread the word. Then I'm like, let me let them know I'm about to release a song, and then I started promoting it and saying this and saying that. So then I had done my first performance at a club in Soho, at Club Soho in Hoboken, New Jersey, and I hadn't even released the song yet, but I performed it that night. I had planned to release it the next morning. And right there, you know, it was just like I got a lot of attention that night, and it was my first performance as well. From there, it was just like, all right, so I started, you know, just letting everybody hear it, and it took off on its own, basically. Like, I didn't have to do much. It was people in the studio when I was recording that song too, like photographers and stuff, and they was asking me like, you know, you need to give me an Instagram, this and that. And at that time, I was like, bro, I don't even have an Instagram. Like, I'm really just starting to do this shit. Like, I'm about to do all that. I was like, but give me your shit. I'm gonna write it in my notes. And you don't know how many Instagrams I had in my notes just to send out follows, just to, you know, get back on top. But it was just a method to get there. You know what I'm saying? So like, I made that song after recording like 3 songs just for practice. I recorded 3 songs to practice because I had never recorded before, and then I recorded that song.
Did anybody give you any guidance on how to record, how to really, you know, be an artist?
I have my engineer. He's also like my brother. He's like one of my closest friends. I have like 3. It's a circle of 3 of us. He's like, you know, one of the closest. And he went to school. He went to what was it? IAT? Institute of IAR. I'm sorry, Institute of Audio Research over in New York. So he learned like the whole 9, and he was always telling me, you know, like, this got to be this way, or this got to be that way. You have to change this up, or we can't record this way. So yeah, he guided me like crazy, and he got friends, you know, that was also in school or that's been in the industry, or people he works with, because he works for an equipment rental company. So you know, a lot of old heads that know what they're doing, have been in music, and you know, they kind of give me some pointers here and there. Yeah, so you know, they give me pointers too, and then, you know, just on top of that, my friends give me pointers on top on the real. Like, even if they don't got like an actual music ear, like to listen sonically to things that's supposed to be correct or not, I got friends that's gonna be like, yo, this don't sound good, or like, you know, I ain't feeling that. You know what I'm saying? So you take all of that and put it into play.
You said you got deadlines on certain things. What are certain things in the short term you're looking to, you know, accomplish? Now, you don't got to give me, you got it written down? Oh, shit.
I keep it with me everywhere
wow,
I go.
I respect that,
I haven't finished. Yo,
Smith, you be finding these dudes that
I haven't finished, but you feel me? That's just like part of where I expect myself to be and where I'm trying to take myself.
This is some ill shit, like Rolly's journey.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Within the next 3
That's how
months,
I be telling you, it really be a method to what I do myself.
He says no more 9 to 5.
Nah.
One of the most notable indie rappers out, fan base on IG. I don't want, you know, international.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm just skipping.
Yeah.
XXL freshman cypher. I love. You know what, man? Nah, man, Smith. I respect this, B. Like, you know, sometimes.
Yeah. Nah, but I be telling people I work for this because I really love this, and I want.
You know what Warren Buffett said? This doesn't apply completely to you. An idiot with a plan will always beat a genius without a plan.
Without one, yeah.
You know, so respect, man.
For real.